Hello, my friends. Welcome to another edition of Can You Spare 2 Minutes with God? Today, our journey takes us to the Old Testament. We're looking for Psalms 56, verse 3. What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. The writer says, what time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. When you reach a point where you are afraid, we begin to trust in God. Well, what is trusting in God like? We hear this all the time. Trust in God, trust in God. Well, look at it this way. The car that you drive that car day in and day out. You know everything about that car. You operate within that car. You come to a point where you begin to trust what your car will do and what it won't do only because you have driven that car over and over again. You know whether or not you can take your car and leave one state and go to another state for a vacation, whether or not that car will make it. How do you know this? Because you have operated within that car. You've driven that car over and over again. When we're talking about trusting in God depends on you serving God. When you continue to serve God, that trust factor begins to grow. You and I need to operate within serving God. And the more that we serve Him, that trust factor begins to grow. Trust in God. How do I get to that point? Well, it has to start with you serving God. Just like you began to trust your car, it started with you just simply driving that car, operating that car. And at some point, that trust factor grew. It's the same thing with God. Whenever we are afraid, let's trust in God.